Today we are going to be painting YoRHa 2B from Neir Automata. So as you can see, I started off with a black dress a couple of weeks ago when I put it down, and I never looked at it again until today. And then I just started with some skin color because all the white was really unflattering, to be honest. So I mixed some pink, some white, and some gold to get that pink. Um, Peach, white skin tone, whatever you want to call it. And then I moved on to the hair. I started painting things white because she does have some white on her. Later on, I add some gray just to make the white not seem so flat, if that makes any sense. So here you can see I'm adding gray to the blade, and then here I'm adding to her gloves. She has these black gloves with some white accents on them. I'm touching up the dress here and there because I may have touched some white and stuff. And then I moved on to the gorgeous tall boots. They really fill out this figure and bring it to life. And then you gotta touch it all up because you gotta get really close to the skin, and then the black gets on the pink, and then you gotta touch up the pink again, and you can see that's what I'm doing here. You got to get into all those little crevices, and I really have to turn the figure in all these different directions in order to get all these angles because I didn't print it in parts. It's all one entire piece. And then I'm touching up her little boobies over here. I got to get into all those little tiny crevices. And then since I got the pink out anyways, I'm gonna get all around her neck and her face, and they're really hard to get to spots before making an executive decision and giving her Louboutin bottoms. So yes, she got red bottoms along with red bottoms, her panty color. My wife did say it's gonna look weird with red around that area of the body, but as you can see later, I add some black little accents to like make it stand out. Like I said, I made a lot of executive decisions on this one, including the red bottoms and the red bottoms. So here you can see I'm touching everything up, making it perfect. After all, this is like a sexy waifu type of thing. And now you can see I'm still going back and adding more details and touching everything up. You gotta really make it perfect. Here's the gray that I was talking about that I added. I started adding some more to the blade. I'm not sure where I was getting my inspiration at this point. I was just going with whatever felt natural. And that's literally where I went with this whole piece. So if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, sorry. But this is my creation. So here I'm going in and getting all those spots you're never gonna look at because it's gonna be up on a shelf. And then I work on this dress detail in the back. I just tapped it very lightly and it really looked lacy, and I really like that. And then I moved on to touching up her arm a little bit, and now you can see I'm actually tackling the details on her glove, and I think this really made it pop. I finally looked at photos of what she's supposed to look like and not what I think she looks like. And then I finally added this garter belt, which is supposed to be a pantyhose, but I didn't think my tapping would make it look see-through like the back of the dress, so I just decided to go garter straps, which is pretty sexy. I didn't record the rest of the painting and the details because I actually thought I was done at this point. This is what I posted and sent to my friends. As you can see, she's touched up a bit. You could see the red blood that I threw on her at the end to make it seem like she had just killed something. I honestly don't watch the show, so I don't know what she kills, if it's just other androids and robots or there's like biological beings, but in this world, there's blood, or red grease, if you want to call it that. But anyways, I thought she looked really good at this point. You could see I added black to the hilt of the sword. I added all these little tiny details. I colored the base black. And yes, you could see the white around the base because I couldn't get the bottom because certain paint was drying, and you get really excited to show everyone what you created, or at least I do. And then I compared it to these gorgeous photos of her in the anime, and I decided to change everything. All right, everything was a little dramatic, but I added all these silvery little details to her dress, and it really made everything look amazing. Look at this just patterns on her dress. I couldn't get the exact stuff, but like, look at that chest area. The silvery patterns really look good. I even added a little pink mouth to her, and all these added details really finished this piece, and I'm so proud of it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It looks like someone said in one of my comments, an early 2000s graphics rendering low polygon thing, but I think it looks amazing. And that's actually a compliment. I wish I could go back to those times where it was the early 2000s graphics. But hey, here it is on the shelf, and it's with Baki and this murderer from Sakamoto Sundays. I don't know everyone's name, but this is awesome. It's added to my John Wick shelf. I can't wait to paint more of these, and I hope you liked it. Have a great day. Bye.